Hello, everyone. Welcome to ELI, the only podcast in India where we bring a new founder on every episode to talk about their journey and their story of building a startup. And today we have with us Swati Nathani, who is the co founder and chief business officer at Team Pumpkin, which is an independent marketing agency based out of India. Hi, Swati. Welcome to ELI.
Hi, Ranjan. Thank you so much for having me over.
Pleasure. Swati, to start with, would love to hear about your journey and your story so far, especially before entrepreneurship. So, what all stints did you do before entrepreneurship? Which all places did you work? Where did you study? And how did you arrive at entrepreneurship?
Wonderful. So I'll take it through it. So I was born and brought up in Patna to a business family. And therefore, in the growing up years, one thing I was extremely sure of was not getting into business because it came with a lot of unpredictability. Things could go wrong. And I was like really wanting something stable to come through in my life. And in my further studies, I went to NIFT Hyderabad, where I pursued this course called Fashion Management Studies, which was like a postgraduate MBA, but with specialization in fashion.
Mhm.
Post which I was campus placed in Future Group. They were the company at that point in time, and I joined them as a merchandiser. And I worked there for 6 months as a merchandiser, but eventually the company underwent a restructuring, and I was put in. They thought I was good in analytics, so they put me in business intelligence department. Post which I started reporting to the CEO of Pantaloons, and I was helping him take care of a lot of personal projects he was looking after, whether it was about target achievements or margin reduction and so forth. So I started helping him for that, and then he moved to Big Bazaar. So I started reporting him into Big Bazaar, almost in a similar role, but very, very different products and categories. And then eventually, in my last role before Team Pumpkin happened, I was the operations head for this footwear brand called Clarks. So,
Mhm.
if I really had to sum it up, at that point in time, I thought my career was all over the place. I was still doing different roles. I was not having any specialization from merchandising to analytics to project management to operations management. I was like really, really all over. But looking back and connecting the dots, I thought everything was really preparing me for my entrepreneurial journey because now I know that I needed knowledge of everything on earth to become an entrepreneur. So I think that helped. Yeah.
Got it. And how did you come up with this name, Pumpkin? What is the meaning behind that?
I'll tell you. So, I mean, there are two stories. One is something that we tell our clients, which is pumpkin is an extremely versatile fruit, right? You can use it for decoration. You can make cakes out of it. You can make beer out of it. You can. It's a very healthy fruit as well, and so forth. So, I think the way you want us to merge into your organization, we can, and that's the story and the perspective we put to our clients. But the real story is that. One day Ranjit and I really, really had to get our visiting cards done, and we really needed a company, and we definitely needed a .com, and very few .coms were available.
Mhm.
And one of us went like, if Apple can be so big, just let's pick up a fruit name and get done with it. And so we picked up pumpkin, we put team in front of it, and yeah, there we were.
Got it. So interesting. Uh, can you brief us a little bit about the journey so far? Which all sectors and industries have you worked on? What are some of the big clients? What are some of the interesting campaigns you did for them, and so on?
Wonderful. I'll tell you. So we started back in 2012 as Team Pumpkin, and at that point in time, we were essentially starting up as a social media agency. Because that was the gap in the market back then. The traditional agencies were struggling with social media management, and they could not produce as much content. And we thought that was a good entry point. But
Mhm.
over the years, I think we kept on looking after what all clients needed from marketing perspective, and we kept on adding it into our service verticals. So as of now, we are an integrated marketing agency. who does strategy, branding, rebranding work for a lot of clients. We have a huge content engine in house where all our offices are equipped with studios and content creators for creating very fast content like reels or podcasts and any videos to be consumed, product photo shoots, everything can be done in house. To media buying, performance marketing, influencer marketing. We have a very strong tech team as well, which does mobile applications. Now we are developing AI applications as well. And a
Mhm.
special new team called D2C Pro, where any new brand or any D2C brand who wants to scale up, we are helping them scale up throughout their journey. So by helping them get listed on marketplaces, by ensuring their revenues get scaled up, and also in some cases taking them internationally. So
Mhm.
any support a brand needs for scaling up, Team Pumpkin would be able to provide you that. So that's what we offer. As of
Got it.
now, we are a 300 plus people team spread across 6 locations: Bangalore, Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta. There's a studio we have in Goa, and 2 years back we started expanding internationally. So there's an office in Toronto as well. And I think there are more countries in the map right now as we speak. And some of the core brands we work extensively with ITC Foods. About 26 of their food brands are our clients. We
Mhm.
work with Kotak Securities, we work with Taj Group of Hotels, Nestle is again another client of ours. So across
Mhm.
various sectors and various services, we have a huge client base so far.
Got it. Now coming to the core topic, which I initially briefed you about, the AI. I think AI is disrupting every industry, and marketing and advertising is one of those industries which is getting disrupted left, right, and center. You talk about social media, content marketing, performance. Everything can be done, at least be done more efficiently now with AI. And very soon, experts are saying that one day will come when AI can replace almost 90% of the humans who are involved in this whole process. Probably will need the 10% human in the loop. Having said that, what is your perspective on AI? Like, how is AI going to disrupt the marketing industry?
So AI has already disrupted it a lot. Okay, uh, even when about a year back, we had a workshop for our team members on how to use AI, and in that workshop, we discovered that our teams are using AI far more than even we had planned for. So
Hmm.
AI is now everywhere, of course, and we are using it in very specific use cases, and of course the team is doing content generation out of it, videos, images, even photo shoots right now. But even from ideation perspective, if somebody's written a script and somebody's wanting the target audience take on it, that is also something that we are deriving from AI. So a lot of different use cases we have with AI. But at the same time, at least right now, it is not sophisticated enough to do end-to-end work for me. And even from creative perspective, I mean,
Hmm.
either the prompts have to repeatedly get re-engineered, or even the final product for that matter, everyone would know it's AI generated, right? I mean, how many mails you get right now that you see and you look at the longer dashes and the bold paraphrases, and you know that okay, it is ChatGPT generated.
Yeah.
So people have started identifying AI work, and people now know the difference, and therefore the offtake has not been as much. In fact,
Mhm.
some of the really premium brands that we work with, they have specifically instructed us not to use AI at all. Okay. I mean, they just wanted every imagery to be human based, to be real in nature, so that no artificialness comes to their content, but that's that particular brand's take. In general, we are using AI definitely as a support system to bring a lot of efficiency into what we are doing. Uh,
Mhm.
and even going forward, what I do believe is that all the manual hours are definitely going to be saved. So the hours that we spent in making the animation, rendering the video, all that is going to be saved. But the imagination and the creativity, and even linking it with some data insights, is something that will continue to be human bound. Today,
Mhm.
possibly making 10 videos, tomorrow we'll be able to make 1,000 videos in the same time. But the kind of human intervention that is needed will possibly still remain the same. And that's my outlook at the entire AI situation.
Got it. But there are also brands who are embracing AI quite rapidly, I would say. Pretty recently, I was seeing this great advertisements, which are all AI generated. They're probably leveraging AI as a way to market their products better and all. And then there are brands like Cadbury who have been doing AI campaigns for quite some time now, even before ChatGPT came. So, like, what is your take on that? They're both.
So a lot of brands are doing. In fact, even we have done a lot of AI-based campaign. In fact, one of the first campaigns we did using AI was at least 2.5 years back. One of the very core campaigns we did for using AI was done during Navratri 2 years back, which was called Harma Durga for Sunfeast Mom's Magic. Very, very beautiful campaign. If you get time, please do visit it. And I think, I mean, the point I'm making is that we have been using AI, but somehow over a period of time, AI has also lost its novelty factor, right? Uh,
Hmm.
Initially, people loved the way Shah Rukh Khan talked in the Cadbury ad, the small organization's name, and people loved doing that. Now, every other brand is doing it, and everyone knows it's the fake technique, and a lot of brands are doing it. Now,
Right.
people will keep finding newer ways to do that. Someday, outdoor would have been new, TV would have been new, and everyone would have jumped on the opportunity to do something new. But now it has become very, very standard, and there are standard ways brands are using it. Some brands are doing it very, very creatively, and that will continue to be the case. But uh, the point I'm making is that it's not that the world is falling through because AI has come and all of us will lose our jobs. Every one of us will still be relevant,
Mhm.
maybe in a different way than what we are right now. But the creativity part, the imagination part, that is continuing to be relevant for every brand.
Got it. Being a business officer, you are primarily responsible for bringing in new business to the company. When you reach out to clients, do you hear objections like, "Hey, AI is here, we can probably write a piece of article using chat GPT, or maybe we can create a video, so why do we need ad agencies or marketing agencies? We can create our ads ourselves." Do you hear such questions from the clients?
Yeah. So, I mean, there are all kinds of clients, okay? There are clients who say that we don't need agencies anymore. There are clients who also look at our presentations and say that, oh, this idea seems AI generated. You may have taken a shortcut. Or, there are also brands who appreciate the usage of AI that, okay, this is a team that work efficiently, and
Mhm.
that is what we are wanting the teams to do, right? We don't want teams to just manually spend hours in effort, which can be done very, very quickly. So there are all categories of brand. And even when AI did not exist, we had brands who said that this work can be done by interns. Why do we need an agency? Or this work seems to be done by junior profile of people. I mean, there will always be relevant examples available. AI is a new thing, and which is why people are talking about it far more. But the brands are there. But as we speak, our standing as Team Pumpkin continues to be the fact that we are using AI to not kill creativity, not
Mhm.
take away manual labor, but just optimize it far more better. We don't want to spend hours in drawing lines on a creative. We don't want to spend hours in thinking about 10 different ways a product can be used. But once we get that 10 different ways a product can be used using AI, then we enhance on each one of them manually to use it far more creatively. So the base work and the efficiency that AI has brought in cannot be denied at all. It is saving
Mhm.
us so many of people hours that we earlier used to waste in very, very manual work, and this
Mhm.
that same time we are using to just amplify or bring in far more creativity than we used to do earlier.
Got it. Uh, how has the pricing changed? I'm pretty sure your clients are aware that now AI is being used every day new models are getting launched. Especially, let's talk about Nano Banana, which recently got released. You can now create professional grade pictures and probably advertisement images through AI. So if clients are hearing such stories, they'll be saying that you don't need, you are not spending more on creating those images anymore. So why do I pay you that extra money? Is there a impact on how you price to the customers, the ROI numbers, and so on?
I'll tell you. So, for example, if you've sent a first quote and the client says that we are finding it way too high, and then we go back to them saying that, okay, we'll reduce it. Let's say we'll reduce it by half, but we'll do everything AI led. What do you
Hmm.
think the client says? The
I'm,
client says no. They don't want products done by AI. The quality, at least so far, that the AI is generating is not that trustable. And
hmm,
therefore, we have definitely not seen a price question mark. But on the other side, the other value add that we are also bringing in is that even before the advent of AI, we realized that the graphic based content is losing its sheen, right? Not many people are consuming graphic based content, and therefore we set up this entire production based offering where studios and equipments and content creators are on board, which can definitely, at least till now, cannot be driven by AI. So that's the real human value offering that we are giving to clients, and clients are really appreciating that. So if at all the clients love to pay a little more, but that get that human value, than compromise it by using AI in it.
got it. What is your thought on the performance marketing? Uh, a big chunk of human experts were involved in optimizing the advertisement, getting the best ROI out of how much you spend on Instagram, Facebook, Google ads, etc. So with the AI agents coming in, I think that process can be automated. Probably 90% of that can be automated. uh, and companies like Meta are coming up with their new platforms where you don't have the controls anymore, where you can optimize. They'll do the optimization themselves with AI and all. What do you think will happen?
So, at least what is happening right now, till the time not everything is automated and we can just influence the AI in targeting or marketing in a certain way to certain contextual audiences. Uh, my brands are definitely getting that advantage, but so are million other brands, right? It's a platform thing. And therefore, if every other brand is optimizing using AI, that means I'm still fighting with my brands for the same space, right? That means that still I have to do something additional that no other brands are doing using AI, that my ads get shown more to my more relevant target audience. So at
Mhm.
least so far, we have not seen a significant drop in the either the requirement of performance marketing or even the manual efforts that are needed in performance marketing. As of now, it remains same. Of course, I understand that the entire ecosystem is evolving and evolving extremely rapidly.
Yeah,
And we are just observing the changes. We are just preparing ourselves for the next set of changes, and we'll be ready as and when the changes come through.
got it. Speaking of rapid evolution, I think I was looking at your LinkedIn profile. You recently went through a course around AI with the ISP.
Yes, yes.
So I think that's a preparatory step. How do you ride the AI wave? Uh, do you see the similar things with your staff? Like, are your um, employees upgrading the similar pace, learning new skill sets? For example, a graphic designer who is an expert at Photoshop, the even the Photoshop as a company is going to get bankrupt with Nano Banana and Canva and so on. What will happen to the graphic designer? Are they upgrading themselves?
Everyone, I mean, at a speed much faster than I did, of course, a very, very proper course by ISB, and where they taught me that if I were to take very, very large scale projects, how do you actually convert organizations into AI friendly organizations, because for traditional organizations it's going to be a big change. And therefore it was like a whole 9 months course, and extremely talented professors and colleagues took me through the journey. So how I understood was far more potential and impact of AI than the brass tacks. But the kids of today in my office, oh my God, every day they come up with a new tool. They learn it on the go, because that's how the AI model is supposed to be. They come to
Mhm.
me with newer use cases. They come to me with newer examples of how they have pulled off stuff. Even just the other day, I was seeing that somebody sitting on a chair recording a video for a brand. And I was like, oh my God, you're not even groomed. How are you recording a video for a brand? And they're like,
Mhm.
okay, they're AI it. So AI will just take the action and the voice movement, but the person will be extremely new. So yeah,
Wow.
every day people are evolving, finding out newer use cases. And I must say that I think sometimes I feel I need to catch up with my team, because they're learning at a much faster pace than I am.
Got it. Finally, this is my last question. What have you learned about entrepreneurship so far? How would you advise others to go about entrepreneurship?
Okay. If you asked me this question a couple of years back, my answer would have been, uh, don't go into entrepreneurship until you are really ready to die and do everything. Because initially I used to do, like, as an entrepreneur there's no set responsibilities, right? You may have to do jhadu pocha at office also, and you may have to uh, fly to the other city next day. I have worked from hospitals, holidays, mountains of Switzerland, everywhere I've worked from, because that's what entrepreneur life is. But
Hmm.
I'm matured now, and I definitely say that, the initial few years would be hard. But now that when I look back at my journey, I definitely realize that those were the best years of my life. I learned so much, and most of all, whatever efforts I put in back then, I am reaping exponential results right now. That may not have been possible if I continued in my job as a profile. I would still get a very linear growth. But all the efforts that I put in the last 10 years or 12 years or so, I think they are giving me all the results right now, and I cannot be prouder. Okay. And I think this is my message to all the budding entrepreneurs or even existing entrepreneurs. There'll be multiple moments you think, why did you take it up? A job would have brought in so much of stability to you.
Hmm.
Is it going somewhere or not? Are you just doing it without any purpose? But my my advice really is to you just have to do one thing: show up every single day, and eventually you realize that this is the best life you were made for. So that's my advice, really.
Absolutely. I think I can relate to most of the things that you have said. Yes, entrepreneurship is not a linear journey; it's an exponential one. Initial days, it might look a little tough, but eventually you'll get the reward for that. So, on this note, we will close the session. Thanks for joining us, Swati. Pleasure to have you on the platform, and our best wishes for Pumpkin.
Thank you, Priyaranjan. And if you think anytime I can be any help to you, I'm always available. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.